Oh, hey. Just doing some whippets. Now that I have ads, I'm all about just raking in junk traffic, so after the controversy surrounding Chris Froome's inhalant use earlier this week at the Dauphiné, I figured this has got to be a winner. Wait, it was inhaler, not inhalant? Oh, well, I'm just gonna put this over here then. So, wait, there was seriously a controversy over Chris Froome using an inhaler? Like the kind that, according to this 2011 review of over 24 studies, provides no performance-enhancing benefit to already healthy athletes? Like the same kind of inhaler that Alessandro Patacchi was suspended for overusing in 2007 and that remains on the WADA banned list at the concentrations he tested positive for? I'm not sure I get the controversy here. Is this some sort of super drug that Sky has surreptitiously created? They've designed it to be administered by inhaler, and it's totally top secret, so no one can test for it. It's so nefarious that it gives riders precisely enough extra watts to win an ore category climb by 0 seconds! Yes, Sky thought of everything, except not to do the drug right in front of the cameras at the front of the race. But good thing you were watching, internet sleuths. Of course, as a fellow citizen of the internet, I hasten to add that I do recognize the myriad contributions to cycling made by internet sleuths over the years, like creating objective systems to infer wattages based on performance, or diagramming Lance Armstrong's myriad business connections, or leaking his SCA testimony from 2005, which, coincidentally, Lance Armstrong had to re-testify about yesterday. I'm guessing the idea was to do it again with fewer lies this time around, but if history is any indication... Anyway, instead of pointing out the obvious and trying to make it incendiary, internet sleuths, perhaps you could work on leaking me that latest copy of testimony. Or if it's gotta be more contemporary, you could apply some pressure to Sky to release their study about Hanau and altitude natives, which I would find pretty interesting and which Velo News sure didn't ask them about. Or the AFP didn't ask them about. I really have no idea how wire services work. Maybe internet sleuthdom would be better directed at cycling news and their story on Carlos Betancourt's cytomegalovirus. By which I think they mean cytomegalovirus, although I'm not a microbiologist, just someone with 5 seconds to check his facts and access to Wikipedia. Perhaps it's no surprise then that against this bizarre backdrop of professional racing, fondos have grown tremendously in popularity. A good example is this week's t-shirt donor, the Golden Grand Fondo. It combines the sweeping scenery of an epic road race, chip-timed segments for serious competition, and it's all part of a national championship series that doesn't force you to contribute to Steve Johnson's retirement account. The event is June 29th in Golden, Colorado, and there's a link for registration and more information in the description. Man, no wonder the UCI wants to get its hands in the Fondo pie, but putting myself in the shoes of the race organizer, is there really a value add there? I mean, let's take the women's stage race that I am surely mispronouncing that started in Spain yesterday, the Imacumeen Bira. It's 4 days long, hilly, and classified as a 2.1 by the UCI, making it the highest tier multi-day event the women do. It's a great final stage form checkup for the Giro Rosa the same way the Dauphiné is for the Tour. If you're curious, it seems like Rabobank Liv did a sensational job of controlling yesterday's stage until the decisive Cat 2 climb when Anna van der Breggen broke away. She was joined shortly thereafter by an elite group from which she and teammates Marianne Vos and Pauline Ferrand-Prévot broke free. The trio extended their advantage all the way to the line, resulting in a Mape-style podium sweep and a minute's advantage on GC. But all of this was nowhere to be found on any of the English-language cycling websites. Though we did at least get a results sheet rewrite from a 15-minute time trial in Quebec. I get that full video coverage is expensive, and at some point the current level of interest in women's cycling is going to run up against the laws of economics. But posting things on the internet is effectively free. Example, me talking to you right now, and I'm pretty sure everyone watching this right now cut their teeth on the sport by rifling through text and photo recaps on various websites. While the UCI really isn't in the business of promoting races, their stamp of approval, especially at this high level, should come with some expectation of coverage in the sports press. At the very least, UCI sanction ought to ensure that teams don't have to waste their time protesting idiocies like super secret sprint points that literally no one knows about until the field has already passed them. I mean, if UCI approval can't bring a guarantee of uniformity for professional racers, what's going to be the hook for amateurs? Some vague association with the Olympics movement? As someone who's been watching USA Cycling attempt and fail to make a similar argument for the better part of a decade, I can't imagine this is a stance that's going to gain much traction. I'm Cosmo Catalano, and that was the week in bike.